Hi guys, welcome to one more video from Optionables. This is Sujit and we are coming out with a video series on Nifty. Basically each week we'll be telling about or talking about one Nifty 50 stock, and we'll be analyzing its history and what are its financials, what are its business, and how it's generating the revenue. All these topics will be covering in a simple sense, in a common sense basics. So stock of this week is ITC, and we'll be learning what ITC into and what is its history. So before moving forward, please do hit the subscribe button and do share it with your friends. So history of ITC. ITC was started back in 1920, 24th of August, under the name of Imperial Tobacco Company. Back then it was called Imperial Tobacco Company. After 60 years, that is in the year 1970s or 80s, its name changed to Indian Tobacco Company, and it was abbreviated as I.T.C, and later it was abbreviated as ITC. There was no full stops in between the letters. For almost 60 years, ITC only focused on tobacco business. It was not focusing or it was not generating revenue from any other business as it's doing today. Back then, it was only focusing on tobacco and generating revenue from it. And in 1924, it entered the packaging industry. So that was its first entry of diversification. So after entering the packaging industry, in the year 1975, ITC also entered the hospitality sector. ITC entered the hospitality sector to create value for the nation. So that was their key point back then. The hospitality sector also seemed to have high potential for profit making, and it encouraged the foreign tourism and creation of employment. These are the main key sectors what ITC looked in hospitality chain. So that's the reason in 1975 it entered hospitality sector by acquiring hotel chain in Chennai. And currently ITC has more than 100 hotel chains across the nation, and it has also expanded its business across Sri Lanka as well as Dubai. ITC today has more than 100 luxury hotels, and there are different sub-brands which exist: ITC Hotels, ITC Welcome Hotels, ITC Fortune Hotels, and Welcome Heritage. Moving on to next step of diversification, ITC found value in FMCG products. That's the reason in the year 2000 it launched a brand called Willsport, and in 2006 Willsport became one of the premium lifestyle partner, and it partnered with many fashion shows in that year. Later in that year, ITC also started its IT business called ITC Infotech India, and it is one of the fastest growing. You might have not heard about this, but it is one of the fastest growing IT industry for outsourced solutions. ITC also ventured into agriculture business to help the Indian farmers make better and better profits per hectare of land. So that's the reason it entered into agriculture sector. Then it also entered into retail segments. It is one of the largest exporters in the country. In 2002, ITC launched notebooks under the name of Papercraft, and in 2003 ITC launched Classmate. You would have used Classmates back then when we were going to school. We used to love this Classmate books because it had all this puzzles, all this interesting facts behind that. That was their way of marketing and giving out fun facts to children. Around the same year, series of products were launched like Candyman, Ashirwad Atta, Bingo Chips, Sunfeast Biscuits, and etc. In the year 2010, Sunfeast Ippy was launched as a rival to Nestle's Maggi. Soon, products like Gamon, Fruit Drink, Ashirwad Swasti Ghee, Fabula Premium, Sunbeam Government Coffee, ITC MasterChef Frozen Snacks were also launched. It is one of the undervalued stocks currently, FMCG stocks currently, if you compare it with its peers like Nestle, Colgate, Dabur, or HUL, because ITC currently is valued somewhere around 19.7 to 20 P, whereas Nestle is valued somewhere around 70 to 80 price to earning ratio. Moving on to its financials, ITC still has its major revenue coming from its tobacco business. As you all know, it has monopoly in cigarettes business. That is, it has somewhere around 77 to 80% market share in cigarette industry. So right now, also ITC's major chunk of revenue after all this diversification process, it still comes from cigarette business. Now we'll understand the revenue breakups from other businesses what ITC is doing. ITC has earned somewhere around rupees 128.44 billion from FMCG products. That is the revenue. It's not the profit. And it has also generated revenue of 102.41 billion in agri-based industries and rupees 61.07 billion in paperboard and packaging industries. And from hotel industry, it has generated a revenue of rupees 8.37 billion. Despite all the COVID and all this issues, ITC has generated somewhere around 12,000 crores for the March 2021, and in past 1 year ITC has hugely underperformed. Nifty has moved somewhere around 30% or 40% in last 1 year, and ITC has not even moved single penny. So ITC is staying there and it's on the mode of consolidation. We see it having good growth potential, and we also have invested, and down the lane of 10 years we see that there will be good growth potential for ITC. It's just our opinion, not a recommendation. Before taking any investment or trading decision, please do consult your financial advisors. ITC has been underperforming for past 2 to 3 years, and we found 3 to 4 reasons for its underperformance. And first one was ITC has been overly diversified, that is, except cigarette business, all other business has not adequate capital management, and that is one of the observation what we made, and it is highly diversified. Cigarette business alone contributes to 77% of its revenue, and other business, even though after diversification, does not give sufficient revenue. Second thing what we noticed was its operating margins on FMCG front is comparatively low towards its peers like Nestle and Colgate. ITC has operating margins in its FMCG business is somewhere around 7 to 8%, whereas its peers like Nestle and Colgate has somewhere around 25 to 28%. This is one of the drawdown which ITC has on the FMCG front, even though after diversifying into so many other businesses. And the main concern for ITC, also products like atta cannot be hiked because it is very fast consuming product, and there is a lot of demand in the market. If ITC hikes by 1% also, there will be another competitor who gives it as a cheaper rate. So ITC has to look into this matter very much so that they don't lose its consumer base. Third one, what we looked into was its hotel chains. The returns on hotel industry are very low compared to other businesses. The returns on hotel industry is somewhere around 2.7 to 3% pre-tax. Earnings from this hotel industry and hotel chains have grown from 60 crores to 150 crores to 200 crores. But the interesting fact is that the capital employed has moved from 5,000 crores to 6,700 crores in past 5 years. That is one of the negative factor for ITC, because its capital employed on the hotel industry is increasing and the returns is not increasing. Returns is somewhere around 2.7 to 3%. Fourth one is the regulatory issues. So regulatory issues, what is regulatory issues and how does it concern ITC? One is the sin tax. Any product which has negative impact on health and environment is called a sin product, and taxes levied upon it is called a sin tax. So ITC's tobacco business comes under sin tax, and ITC's cigarette business has one of the highest tax bracket. Currently, ITC's cigarette business or cigarette industry's business is taxed somewhere around 56%, and it is one of the highest tax rates in India. So you might have seen every year when budget comes, when finance minister announces tax on tobacco products or sin products, ITC shares falls, because what is the adverse effect is India has somewhere around 275 to 300 million users of tobacco. These people don't quit tobacco or don't quit drinking alcohol. What they do is they move on to cheaper brands. So when government imposes tax on these brands in turn impose it on the consumer. Consumer at the end of the day don't want to pay higher price for it. So what they do is they move on to cheaper price as well as illegal goods. So there are a lot of illegal and cheaper cigarettes available in the market, and that affects ITC because it's losing its consumer base. So these are the four main factors what we have seen for its underperformance. But we have optimistic view on ITC too, because down the lane we might see that there is sufficient returns or sufficient margins on the FMCG front, and dependency on cigarette business might reduce. So that is the optimistic view of us, and that's the reason we have also invested in ITC from 180 range. So that was back in 2020. And going down the lane of 10 years or 20 years, we see definitely ITC has good growth potential. And this is not a recommendation, this is just an opinion of ours. And before taking any view or any position or any investment decision, please do consult your financial advisors. If you felt this video was informative, please do share it with your friends. Please do share it with your investor friends so that they'll understand what ITC is doing and why is it underperforming. And if you're liking our content, please hit the like button, so that will motivate us to come up with much more content like this. And please do share it. Thank you.